I expected better from you, Dragonborn.
Goodness, all four of you must run gear.
So, you've done it?
Yes.
Men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
Don't worry, Master Arngir. I'll get them to agree to peace.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. You know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
As long as it's for enough time for us to save the world, so they've got a world to fight over.
So, Arngir, is it?
What are you doing here?
You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You're not invited here. You're not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
We know what path you've set her on, but she has made a different choice. Paarthurnax is still safe from your malice.
For now. The Blade's memory is long, as you know.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse your grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
Might not leave again, though. Yeah, I wouldn't turn your back on me either.
Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
To arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Oh, come on, we're talking, Ulfric.
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
What about Dawnstar?
In exchange for Markarth, the source of most of Skyrim's silver. Hardly. Riften seems like a better choice to me. Well fortified, easily resupplied from across Lake Honric, plus all the mead we can drink.
Alright, I concede. Riften is probably closer to the Empire anyway.
I'm glad you agree. I was starting to wonder whose side you were on here.
No one's.
You heard what she said, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn.
Why?
I came here in good faith,
So did I.
and now it seems you help the Empire at every turn.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements?
Of course not.
Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance. Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does
Shut
it have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about Alduin, we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that. Now, back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thangvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. Jarl March will be turned over to Ulfric, with Sorley the Builder assuming the Jarlship. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
Okay. How's that gonna help?
Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power. Shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be.
Oh, like Durnevere. So why would he come if I call him by his name? I mean, I know Durnevere comes because he wants to get out of the Soul Cairn. But why would this one that you've identified come?
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
Makes sense. Okay, so what's his name?
Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen. But it is written here, in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground.
Oh, I get it. You use the word guide to mean control. The deluded. That's not your purpose. We have nothing to talk about.
The Greybeards have arranged a truce between the Stormcloaks and Imperials. How long can such a thing last?
Not long, but hopefully long enough. How did I never notice that before? That's actually quite horrible.
We're ready, Dragonborn. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word.
Okay, yes. We need to do it. Truce is not going to last very long. Let's trap a dragon.
My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
Okay. Oh, it's like a gigantic mousetrap.
We're ready. We're ready when you are.
Okay.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Hear that?
Oh, here we go.
Steady now. Keep under cover until it's down.
Come on then. Lydia, come on. Come on, Draggy. Lydia, back off. Lydia, back off.
Ubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin.
That's right, Eldovin. Do you know where he's hiding?
Renik Vaza. An apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself.
Yeah, what do you think?
Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him.
You were telling me where to find Alduin?
Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there.
No, you don't need to tell me.
Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free?
Do you promise to serve me? I'm Alduin.
Serve you? No. Need aid. If and when you defeat Alduin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention.
Okay. What is it?
Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
So... you expect me to take your word for that, eh?
Aran, you wound me, Dovahkiin. I may not tell the whole truth, but I am no liar. Go and see for yourself. Zu ni bo norhet. I will be here, unless Alduin returns before you do. You will release me, Rolan, if in return I promise to take you to Skuldafn and stop helping Alduin.
I'm sorry that I doubted your honor, Croesus. I realize that although you might not tell quite the whole truth, that you're not a liar. I'm sorry. There is honor among dragons. And I do apologize for that. I don't think you're quite telling me everything, but yes, I'm going to set you free if you promise, because I really do think that you're going to hold to your promise, if you promise to take me to Skuldafn.
Unikan Korav Gair Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now.
Okay, you could have said that before.
Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you.
God.
Purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I can't believe that worked. Something to tell the grandkids, eh?
Yeah, and now we're going to open the trap.
You sure about that?
Mm-hmm.
You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there?
Yeah. Absolutely, I'm sure.
Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again.
What are you?
Get ready to open the trap.
This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Was nu? Zini dein Rufe Astval.
Between the dragons and the stormcloaks, these are troubling times indeed.
Right. Look, Eldavin.
Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can?
I have flown on a dragon before. I'm ready. Take me to Speldafen.
Zokbrit Oth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase.
The bravest person I've ever met.